what to do. I'm going to start with the meeting and have roll call, please.
Linda Baker,
Here.
Luke Barber, absent. Dawn Chapman, absent. Sarah Coyle,
Here.
David Forrest,
Here.
Howard Hayes informed me he was going to be absent. Linda Johnstone is absent. Josh Lewis is absent. Stephanie McDowell. Brandon Morris.
Present.
We know Sue's trying to get on. Cheryl Rose here. Mark Peoples was going to be absent. Amy Ellis.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I was unmuting.
All right, and then we have Devin Whitmore as an attendee, correct? Oh, we probably can't talk yet. Devin, we'll get to you in the public comment section at the end. Allow him to talk. Okay.
All right. Do we have a quorum? And you can receive on.
When Sue joins. Okay.
We'll skip the approval to Sue Orts, comes on. Go to my chairperson report. Have much to report to some. I think most of you know that we have a new county council chairperson, Ms. Webb, and Lisa Clancy is here, the chair of the Disability Committee. Both Sharon and I have followed up on Lisa Clancy on what the next step is for our UD proposed audience. Something else, but it's not in my mind. I don't have it in my note. But we're having Dr. Page as a guest at 1:30. So hope we have a good showing and be able to maybe ask a couple questions. So I move on to the ADA coordinator report.
All righty. Just an update on the ADA renovations in the council chambers. The Braille signs, the new signs with the Braille were installed all along the chambers. They look very nice. They kind of they match the decor, the existing decor. We're still waiting on doors and railings. Once both those things are done, that project would have been complete. I don't want to take up the screen, but there's a, we've had a new, IT has done some work to our website. And there is a little stick man, bottom left-hand side of the web page when you go to our website. He looks like, just like a little stick man. Those are all the new accessibility tools that we have that you can, if you click on that, I was on there the other day, you can change size of font. You can have it read to you. It can change contrast. It can invert contrast. There's a spacing feature. It's really great. So I would encourage you guys to take a look at our, just go to the county webpage and it's called User Way, I think is it. But you'll see the little blue stick man to your bottom left-hand side. And if you click on that, you can see all the different features. So please take a look at that.
How are you promoting that so other people?
We haven't done anything yet. I mean, it's literally like last week, I think it came into effect. So
keep in mind promotions.
yeah, we'll look for some way of doing that. And then the other thing I did this past month, well, I did the annual report. We're going to talk about that later. But I think I mentioned to you all that we had, that I was going to do some training for parks volunteers. regarding basic terminology, proper terminology and etiquette with individuals with disabilities, just really basic information. I was able to record that training. It's not in its final version because I had some technical difficulties, but we had an event last Friday night that we had a volunteer attending bingo with a individual who was blind. And so I needed to get it to her as quickly as possible. So it's only about a 12-minute video. I still got some work in finalizing that, but it can be sent via an email. And it seemed to, I got a good response from the parks volunteer coordinator about it. So I hope we'll be able to use that down the road as well.
Video is 12 minutes.
The video of me, I'm presenting information on it.
Is that something we can look at?
And I've worked it out.
Could I give you the version that actually has the, yes, when I want to, I have the Missouri Council, the video from the Missouri Council, Governor's Council on there. And when I recorded it on WebEx, I lost the audio on that video. But the rest of it is me. So let me get that kink worked out and then I'll send it to you guys.
Okay.
And and I'd be happy for your feedback on that.
Could we do that in March?
Oh, you want me to bring demo in for a meeting?
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
I'd be kind with your feedback.
If we don't have it ready for March, maybe.
I'll try for March. I'll try for March.
We'll be very sweet.
I do want to say, I want, Ed, yeah, is it? Faye.
Yeah, I know.
I know it,
I didn't forget.
Faye, that is still coming in March to talk about curbside voting or access to voting for people with disabilities. Okay, is that your report?
I'm trying to think if there's one more thing. Oh, yeah, I have one, well, I don't think I can do it in 4 minutes. That's all right, I'll hold it to next one. Yes, I'm done. I'm done.
Well, it's very close.
Just have a couple minutes. Just add to Linda talking about the UD ordinance. Sue and I will be meeting with Lisa Clancy on February 21st. Linda asked to meet with her, and Linda will be out of town, but Sue and I will be meeting with her. So hopefully we'll have something to report in March.
We also got a letter from Dan Ostenthal, sorry, his last name, for Agent Commission, Odor
For adult commission.
Odor at that commission, you know what they call themselves. They still want to be involved, but they haven't really said much. Just that we got a letter. Okay.
So what's the letter was regarding the EUD? Ordinance?
Yes, they just expressed the interest to be part of the dialogue.
Right. Our letter to Lisa Clancy asked for them to be included. Maybe not in that meeting, but I mean in the process.
Okay, until Dr. Page comes on, I will continue with the meeting. Business Owner Adult Commission. Sue, do you have something to report?
She ever get on?
I finally unmute myself.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
I'm here. Yeah, I missed that meeting because I had some other commitments that I had to take care of. So I really have no report, but I do want to suggest again that Daniel be included, or somebody from the Older Adult Commission to be included in discussions that we have on universal design, because I really think in the long run, That's going to be a cooperative effort.
Sue,
Yeah,
are you suggesting that we invite him to the meeting that we're gonna have with Lisa Clancy?
no, no, no. But I just think anything that we glean from that meeting, that we share it with the Older Adult Commission, just keeping that dialogue open.
I continue to do so.
So I don't have any update from the Older Adult Commission. If I get their minutes, I will definitely share them with you.
Can I ask a quick question? Sue, is
Yeah.
the county liaison, is that Susan Schaefer?
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you should be able to get the minutes from Susan too.
She a county employee?
Yes.
Is there anything in the minutes that you wanna highlight?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there anything that you want to highlight from the minutes?
In our minutes?
No, Older Adult Commission.
Oh, I have not seen the minutes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm
You
just,
already got them. Okay, understand.
I'm just suggesting that they just had their meeting. And if Susan has the minutes from that meeting, that perhaps she shares them with Carol.
He's gonna be
5 minutes late to that. Dr. Page, coming 5 minutes late.
Ben, do we want to do a review of the minutes now that we have a quorum with Sue?
Yes. Please review the minutes. And if you have any changes, please let me know. Otherwise, need a motion to approve.
So moved.
February, or January minutes.
David second.
Sue was first.
Yes. Yeah, David Forrest, not David 19.
Thank God.
Okay, so we got minutes taken care of. All right, do you want to quickly,
Well, fine.
do you want to quickly go through universal design? Any more than you
I
understand?
have nothing to report other than that we are going to be meeting with Lisa on the 21st. I do want to just ask if anybody had any thoughts about ordinance and the letter from the HBA and just the process of.
Have a chance to speak to Josh.
I usually call him before every meeting, but I didn't do it.
Maybe before the 21st, you could do that.
Cheryl, this is
Yeah.
Sue. Just thinking about something, that UDR information or proposal that the Governor's Council was going to discuss at their last meeting in 2022. They decided to table it and, have the committee kind of do a little massaging of the verbiage. Anyhow, we're going to be talking about it again on Friday. And I'm thinking that it's still going to be in a discussion stage of, it's not that we don't approve the criteria, it's where to put it on the Governor's Council agenda as far as, what they want in their bullet points.
Okay.
That concludes the Universal Design Task Force update. I think everybody got a copy of the 22 annual report. If you have any questions about it or suggestions for changes, this is the time to do it.
we have to do the minutes, or we have to do the goals for 2023.
Yeah.
We don't have any goals. See, I don't want to take away your action.
Yeah, she put some suggested, there's a couple of goals, but we need more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the ones, the 2022s, or these are just the old ones for this past year. And then I came up with 2 for 2023, which are these 2. One more things, if you want additional
The goal that talks about continuing to work with the county council on the universal design ordinance. Do we want to say something about including the collaborating with the older adult commission in those goals or not?
I would say continue collaboration. Continue collaboration with older adult commission on UD proposal.
And do we want to add something about voting?
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, making sure that curbside voting and access to voting.
and training for poll workers.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Training. to
All right,
poll workers.
will you guys formulate which for me?
I have to think about it. Would like to collaborate with the county.
Board of Elections.
Board of Elections. Collaborate with Board of Elections on training new and existing poll workers on disability access to voting. Might need to be tweaked, but just.
New and existing workers on voter access.
Well, voter access for people with disabilities specifically. Not gonna train everything.
For individuals with disabilities.
ID, curbside voting, absentee ballot. Well,
In-person voting. I say in-person voting because I know that some people go in to vote and if the workers aren't trained, they don't know what to do. And also signage to call out, that's the curbside.
signage.
That takes care of that.
We don't need to just access to voting for people with disability. We can get into the details in the training once we begin March.
Okay. Do you want any other goals for 2023?
Luke had brought up being able to testify at the county council. Public comment, has that been resolved or not?
She had that here.
No.
I would say continue to see that virtual comment. They didn't want it.
I mean, is it,
What do you mean? They don't want the council?
No, he can't, we had a discussion in a meeting
Right.
and then what the next step was gonna be that needed to take place. Cause that's something you guys, that is a policy of the county council. So there's gonna, and maybe the first step is talking to Noah about how we get that changed, because that is their policy.
okay, but I mean, that could still be a goal.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, sure. Like establish virtual public testimony for council meetings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you're all right with that wording? Establish virtual? No, establish, how about recommend?
Something, a policy for,
Recommend a policy on virtual public comment, particularly for people with disabilities or others who are unable to get to physically to the council.
For council meetings. Okay, so rec policy, on virtual public comment for council meetings for individuals with disabilities. We already had one related to the UIs.
I didn't write it out everything. We have those two.
Was anybody appointed to the taxi commission?
Well, we say that on bullet two, continue to fill
Okay,
remaining vacancy.
okay.
Is that just commission or is that taxi too?
Leave vacancy on the Commission on Disability, including one agency provider. We don't say taxi commission here. We just talk about our commission. Continue advocating person with disability on taxi commission.
Anybody else? Thing that we should be working on? Brandon, you have anything you'd like to see the commission work on?
I remember speaking about the public transportation issue that I personally had, but I still need to reach out and see if any amendments have been changed to the Colorado system. Stay posted, and I'll follow up on the next meeting and let you know what I learned.
Okay.
This is Sue, and I just think in our discussions, we're talking about Colorado, we're talking about the taxi system. I just think in general, we should maybe have a goal to explore the transportation that's available for people with disabilities. I know we had a matrix at one time. I'm not saying we should go back to do that, but maybe the transportation system has been upgraded, it changed, that we should be able to alert our people in the disability community.
I think we need to update the transportation matrix.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It was, we updated it, I had some help, somebody did it for me. I think it was in, I'll have to look at the document. I still have it posted on our website. I think we updated it in maybe 2019.
Well, it's almost 4 years ago.
Yeah,
And that was before COVID too.
we'll need to check out some, I'll have to figure out resources to do that. I think it'd be very time consuming and I'm not sure that's something I'll be able to take on myself.
Can I ask if Stephanie and Brendan would like to take the lead on that, to help Carol to update the transportation matrix?
I'm willing and open to at least reach out for starters to see what has been changed or updated with Colorado. Not to make this personally about me, but at one point in time, a couple years ago, they had a weight limit, which I exceeded the weight limit for utilizing the lift system, and it was a challenge for me to debate their policy because I have a van myself, but the lift system I have is not as robust as theirs, but it functions with me just fine. But I'll follow up with everyone as to what I've learned when I complete my conversation with the Colorado representative.
This is Sue again. Isn't there some sort of discount with Uber or Lyft that I don't know exactly what's going on, and there's also the new expansion of some of the metro services with like an individual kind of a van that is more of it's a curb to curb, but it's not like the bigger van.
This is Stephanie.
Stephanie, can you hear from you? Like, maybe to
With
on this project with Brendan?
several people providing Colorado
ride and just public transportation in general.
Understand you.
I think the service you're talking about is VIA, and VIA is not wheelchair accessible, and it's very limited to where they can use it.
Right, Stephanie.
Yeah, it's very limited to who can use it. I've been working with what is his name? Aaron. I can't remember his last name, but it's some people from Paraquad, me and another person from Paraquad, and Aaron, somebody from where are they? They're the accessibility person at I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't have notes. But we created a one thing that we would like to see possibly happen is like paratransit on demand, but we'd have to make sure that we have enough vehicles for that are accessible. Before we do that, we right now like we have no accessible cabs and Ubers aren't accessible, anything like that. So kind of makes it hard for them to kind of shift the load if they have to.
Well,
there's.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, there's a lot more problems even than those you've listed with Colorado. Could go into that.
Oh yeah, right now,
I mean, does the county have any control over Colorado? We really don't.
no.
So all that we could maybe do is collaborate with Paraquad or other agencies.
I can email the information about the group I've been meeting with. If anyone would like to join that. That's
That'll
actually
be helpful for me, Stephanie.
it's been good. We meet on Thursdays at 4:00. And just trying to come up with some ways to, we don't want it to look like we're trying to, how do I put this? We don't want it to be negative. We want it to be more like, okay, we've done the legwork, here are some changes that can be made that could possibly work for our city. Because we've been looking at other cities and different possibilities like that. Going to the transit meetings.
okay, you've done some advocacy in public transportation. Well, the transportation matrix to update it since 2019 is to tell us meaning the website, what's available. We know there's problems, but update it so that John Q can see what's available. Continue their advocacy efforts that's needed. But what I'm looking for is you and Brandon just to provide updated information, what is available to people, not only that have mobility issues, but such as yourself, who is visually impaired, what is available. And then when you say this is what is available, you can say this is available to all people, including people in wheelchairs. This is limited. This is not available for people who use wheelchairs. Just information.
This is Linda. This is Sue. Maybe one of our goals, besides updating the matrix, would be to coordinate or somehow get together with other agencies and see what they're doing, kind of do a collaborative effort to see if we can push this thing to a higher level, instead of just offering what the matrix is, maybe we can actually, come up with some sort of a project, coordinate with, collaborate, excuse me, that's the word I want. Collaborate with people like Paraquad and other agencies that are trying to do the same thing, and maybe we can, get a good result.
Mhm. So this
I
is
think that's a
Stephanie.
good idea.
This is Stephanie. I think that's a good idea. I
Say,
know that we've got people from a couple different places on that meeting. So just keep me up to date with that. And also, like you said, update that matrix with the most recent information.
So we're really talking two separate transportation goals.
yes, two separate transportation goals. One, to update the information on the matrix. And the second, if county commission members want to collaborate, Stephanie is the employee of Paraquat. So Brandon, if you want to, work with Stephanie on what Paraquat's, more power to you. So there are two goals here, yes. One, to update the transportation major, and second, to collaborate with other agencies who are trying to provide access to public education for people with disabilities, all people with disabilities.
Right, that's good.
Mhm.
Is there any way someone can send me a copy of the matrix that was last updated in 2019, please?
Yes, Brandon, I'll do that. I'll send it to you and Stephanie. It's in a
Okay,
great,
thank
All
you.
right.
it really just has all the transportation options that we were aware of in the St. Louis metro area.
So
Okay.
if it's you can add that.
Or if something's no longer available. 'Cause I think that-
Yeah, I mean, it's a big list, so it will take some time to get updated.
Yeah, so for 23, already in 23. So the remainder of 23, that would be a goal that we could work on. And hopefully by end of 23, everything is updated.
Well, and I guess this is appropriate for me to say, but I wonder if we couldn't ensure that there's not anything else out there like this, I mean, if there's this resource somewhere else, we could easily just link back to our website instead of continuing to keep this separate list up to date.
Okay, Stephanie and Brendan, you can do the research to find out if there are other places that have that.
I would check with the
Sounds good.
city commission. I suspect might be the only one.
I know if like 211 or, United Way or, I just think if it already exists out there in some format and is keeping up to date, it'd be just as easy just to link that, to our page.
I think you have a point about contacting United Way and see how aware they are about being inclusive. Because I used to volunteer at United a lot funded. So I used to go to all the disability organizations, but none of them really talked about collaboration of what was available. The senior, there used to be something, most people, I thought there was something for seniors.
This is Stephanie. Some communities have transportation through their community centers, things like that for seniors, like for doctor's appointments, grocery store, that kind of thing.
Right, and that's some of the information we have listed on there. I know I think Bellfountain Neighbors is on there, some municipalities. Right. It's a pretty lengthy list, but I'll send it to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's put that on the agenda for next month. Reminder. Yeah, so we can,
For the transportation measures.
yes. I want to.
Stephanie, is there any way you and I can exchange? I'm sure your name is on the general email list, but let's plan on you and I communicating one-on-one, and we can collaborate together and formulate a strategy to work together on this.
Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna,
Okay, you will contact Brendan and you two can communicate.
Okay.
Is Dr. Page in?
1 second. 45 minutes.
Um,
If the public forum,
I thought there was a, number 5 or something on there for a minute.
he would, I mean, he would at least show, I would guess he's gonna join me with, the video.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean, I
don't see it on this thing. Okay, before we get to public comment, we want to discuss court service. Well, are we okay with the annual report as far as what we've added? And we can get the final, we can have a motion to. We can't move it till she adds that.
I'll update the goals, I'll send it again, and I'll put it back on the agenda for March to finalize it.
Yes, ma'am. And, court service for March meetings, what's happened?
Kimberly, you want me to report it? Yeah, I'll need to talk, I'll just need to do it. Kimberly's not able to, likely not able to attend in person for the March meeting. So we're just checking to make sure that if she attends via WebEx, is that gonna work for everybody? I think everything that we have here will be the same, only she'll be virtual, person instead of in the room.
Fine with me, how about you, David?
It's fine with me. One of the problems you have in these, sometimes things are not set up very difficult to keep track of what's going on. I like Kimberly because she looks over here and she knows what people are saying.
Are you aware that most caption is done remotely? Majority is done remotely.
I have a friend, dance friend, that medical transcriptions. She's very precise when she sends notes. It is strictly making it so I understand what you're saying.
The caption will be on. You will see the caption, you know, like when you watch TV and you see the caption?
My phone is captioned.
So did
But
this
the
work
problem
for
with
you?
the public captioning, problem with the captioning programs is they have glitches. They're not the best in the world. They're
Okay.
probably 80%.
Okay, well, the you're talking about is called automatic caption. And the automatic is robots, I don't understand. But they hearing it and they put it out. She's going to be there, Kim, a live person. That's why I named Kim, because she does a better job than an automatic caption. So the only difference that Kim being present versus not present is she's going to be in her home. She's going to listen. She's going to listen the live conversation, and she is live and she captions.
And it will just be for March.
Okay. What you're getting from your phone and caption call, all is automatic. Even Zoom, not WebEx, Zoom has the automatic caption. Google Chat, it's automatic caption. For the most part, not too bad. But it's not like, we know that. That's when in my hearing loss group that I run every month, we have Kim topic. And when that topic is discussed and over with, she's gone. And we put automatic caption where we're just having socialization because it's not important for how we socialize.
Okay.
All right. It's Dr. Page anywhere. Now we're going to move on to public comment. We have Devon Whitmore there. Would you like to from Deaf Inc. and welcome. Do you have something to say?
From IT, can you unmute Devin? Should be listed under attendees. They can't talk until,
Can someone chat?
yeah, I'll do. Same here. Oh, there she is. I am fine. Okay, maybe he doesn't want to talk. We'll get up here.
Let me, Devon, this is your first time to this meeting. What brought you to this meeting? Is there anything that you would like to add?
I believe he may be having technical difficulties. I saw something pop up in the chat from Devin. You can review it to see exactly what he was trying to communicate.
Oh, Dr. Page is here.
Okay, I believe,
Got rejoined and we didn't know it.
since Dr. Page is joined,
It's not.
on.
That was at 1:40.
Such a condition. So he doesn't look like he wants.
Okay. So how did you hear about it, Devon?
It may have been said something. It's all happened on that.
Are you familiar with Kara Flood, who is the ADA coordinator for the St. Louis County? You said you find something through research. That's wonderful that you locate us. And you're welcome to come back, and we are waiting to see if Dr. Page is going to join us. Since you see me occasionally, Devin, if there's something that you want to talk about, just let me know. Sarah Putcher has my information if you want to email me. Thank you for attending.
I'm concerned that Dr. Page tried to join twice and we didn't see it.
Who's the person? It was a woman.
There's only so much I can.
And without neglecting, Amy Ellis, you're still there, and is the, 22 housing report done?
Yes, I actually was just doing a final proofread, and I'm going to send it to Carol Flood this afternoon so that she can distribute it to the commission. Is that the appropriate way, or should I send it to Linda or somebody?
You can send it to me. I'll forward it.
Okay, thank you, Carol.
Okay, does anyone know how to get in touch with Dr. Page? It was a woman. Oh, Page is rejoined.
Oh, but see, that's at one.
126. And then again, 140.
I'm sure he's not waiting.
But we didn't hear it.
That's what they
I'll find, it's Linda Wall is his
contact.
Yes, I'll follow up with her, apologize. I didn't know he was trying to join. So we'll try to get March.
So we have two speakers.
Well, I think we're gonna keep pushing. I mean, you think we can push Eric up to April?
Start doing elections.
And get time for two,
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
Okay.
Because Dr. Page is not going to.
No, he won't. He won't.
Okay, is there any other public comment? Yes.
Dr. Lisa Viswas, first and foremost, thank you very much for the help that you gave. I did follow up with Dr. Page get in touch with me. So I did not follow up with the disability from the state. I believe Cheryl, you said mentioned, and that's because Dr. Sanpate's office got. I'm already representative. So thank you for everything. I just wanted to mention points that, if I can make a suggestion. First one was about the, if that's possible, the taxi commission. Is that for, like, I remember we used to have housing authority meeting. Is that the commission that handles? Because I know that the Housing Authority of St. Louis County had that tax commission up until 2019, but after that, the COVID came in and it stopped. For some reason, they have not restarted the meetings. So just if that would help, if that's what it is.
No, this is a commission that governs taxi service in the city and the county, taxi cabs, private taxi cabs.
Matrix is concerned, I think the AAA, which is agency agent, they will also have that. Sports is another bit besides. I just had a car ride when I used to take my, every distance is $4. Cheryl, you mentioned that I think the county doesn't have any authority over car ride. So who manages the rate? Because, if it goes from 4 different places to get back home, it seems to be every 4. That's almost as if you're going to.
Is under Metro, and Metro gets $100 public transit for St. Louis City and County. It used to be, it still exists, I should say, it still exists. We used to have a representative from that group. West Gateway Coordinating Council. They get budget dollars from the feds, and those dollars they decide who's going to get the dollars in St. Louis. So I guess I don't know who to contact at East West Gateway Council, because Wayne, who used to come to our meeting, he's retired, and I don't replaced him.
And Wayne Flesh is on the Older Adult Commission.
Sue, could you say that again?
Wayne Flesh is the gentleman that Linda's referring to, and he is on the Older Adult Commission. He still has resources that he can reach out to at the East West Gateway.
Oh, he is on the.
Okay, wait.
Okay, could you ask who to contact East West Gateway and to us in March?
My email, but caption. Can I just? That's when we could not turn his camera.
Try another meeting. But I don't, West Gateway sets the prices. I mean, that's something that Metro should.
They have an office on the disabled.
Yeah.
No, they don't set the prices, you're right, but I'm just saying, who can you let them know? Getting other people involved in an advocacy effort to say, this is what Metro is doing with your federal dollars. Blah, blah, blah. And Wayne is very good at making that. In fact, we had a project one time making sure bus stops were not just the shelters, but the per car pathway. So East West Gateway Council was very instrumental in starting that. That was back in the 90s. That's why when you go south of Lindbergh, you start seeing the asphalt sidewalks. East West Gateway Council coordinated that. They instigate that. But they people with disabilities. They also used to be a disability committee. Metro has ADA coordinator, and her name is Amy Parker. So, I know Amy Parker, but you can contact Amy Parker because under the ADA coordinator, there used to be a disabled committee, and I used to serve on it, but that was when Patricia Hall was the ADA coordinator, Amy Parker.
Linda, this is Sarah Coyle. If I could just ask a question, would it make sense to ask Amy to come to one of our meetings and kind of give us, an update on what's going on with ADA services? Maybe she can address the fair system, the Metro on the Way program, and other things.
How instead of March, might look at for Amy Parker.
This is Stephanie.
Sarah, can you quote her?
Yes, I'll talk to her. And I think Stephanie wanted to say something.
Hi. The On the Way with ADA is If you're eligible for paratransit card, then you're eligible for the On the Way with ADA. The Colorado, the cost of Colorado ride is $2. And then it's free to ride bus and Metrolink. You scan it, like they put money on it, and then you scan it, like when you were verifying, like if you're verifying your pass. But that's how that works. If you're interested in finding out more, then you would go to like one of the ADA stores or call the number for the ADA, Metro ADA services. That's how you would sign up.
So you can that number, or we can also hear me in April. You should April then May. Contact her, or you want me to contact?
No, Sarah's
Sarah's, okay. Too many people.
Yes, this is Sarah. I will contact Amy Parker and see if she could come to the April meeting. If not April, then May.
Yes, ma'am.
Sarah, do you know the dates? Or you want me to send them to you?
If you could send them to me, please, that would be great.
I will.
Thank you, Carol.
$4, which I said, probably she's correct. 4 is from door to door. Those who are disabled and can go to the bus stop, then the fare is $2. Here, but the $4 means it's from door to door. So from the home to, let's say, Walmart to another, each time it is $4, no matter how small the trip is or how large the trip is. I mean, distance. Of course, if we can some line that will be good. And as far as you also mentioned for the goals, the disability training. Since I have volunteered for as an election judge, forget who I was I know that we trained, so those with disabilities who did not want to come in, vision challenge or any other, we would go to the person. So they are trained, but I think just want help to train maybe is very
I know 2 people who served as election judge in the last election, and they were not.
And I also interviewed for a candidate, and Emily couple rolled down their window and asked me, how do I get outside voting? And there's no election judges outside. They didn't know. They just saw me with my sign. So I went to an election judge. There's 2 people that want curbside voting. They finally to do it. They made me see something. But if there's no side of the public side, how are you going to notify? So scientists, had one of the poll workers be outside the vote tape. They can vote tape. They already vote tape. At least at the one I go to, they already vote tape during the day what they did, except for they have to stay within their mark.
We're supposed to have some.
Yes, call this for curbside voting. Okay. So we're going to think that we got AFA coming in and address those questions and maybe talk about the future. Thank you, Sarah, for doing that. And Stephanie, I apologize. Your voice is coming out and I don't hear it. I apologize. So I'm going to get ready because
do not know where since this we it's related to housing that I think even my mom suffer from, but she should add her point of view. She is you can tell me your name. Yes, Razari. T-O-O-R-A-N, first name, R-A-Z-A, Z like a zebra, A-V-I. Razari is the last name.
Is that right? RACAVI?
Z-A-V-I, correct. It's not correct. T-O-U is extra. T-O-O-R-A-N, yes. Okay. Ron, to Ron. Sorry. My problem is from 2008, which came to the this this apartment. And, it was not bad. Very good people over there, and I didn't feel very good. But recently, it's 1 year or something, or less, the manager and Rose, Susan Rooney, the other people came to the office. They became manager. After that, swear to God, the place is very unsafe, very bad place. As soon as I put my step out of the house, somebody come to my house. Can I come? Yeah. Somebody come, or one or two coming, searching my and cutting my clothes and doing something for, yeah, sending me the document, for example, for electric, I have to send the end of the year, they want us and they pay the tax for us. Yeah. We take it on electric to the office, the take they say, and we show, and then they because they already take tax from us, and then they will return the tax. They already they do that. One my paper in my bag and in my closet. I cannot find him. After everything happened to my home. They steal, they destroyed it, scratch my tables, happened, change the. I don't know. They don't show up when I'm not at home. One time I was watching TV during the day and I fall asleep. Suddenly I feel pull my lid down lift. I said, what are they doing? I said, what are they doing? After a little time, everything gone. I didn't say.
I'm going to stop you right here. Who are these people? Are they ignored?
They don't show everybody did it, but during the night, suddenly the door, knock the door very hard. During the night, I don't sleep very good, but when lights goes on, suddenly I have to jump because of they do or she is asking.
She doesn't know who, right? You don't know
I
who
said,
it is.
I don't know them, but I know they are vacant or they control a lady over there. And she says, I'm on the board. If I talked with her, she came to the back door and we talked. I said, you with this? No, no, if you bring police for me, I court and you will be interrupted. Yeah.
Okay. When you say, what are you talking about?
Yeah. She says I'm on the
Is
phone.
this, let me start off to make sense of this. Are you Section 8 housing?
Yes, sir.
She's not getting it. She's a with where my mom is. It's not section 8, it's senior living. So this kind of a problem did discuss with housing authority, which is Harriet Williams, because and the reason why I brought her is, I had an issue, tiny, when she complained, I complained about it because I'm outspoken, in a fight on behalf of my mother, disabled and language issues, complaint to housing authorities. He kind of said 500%. Nobody enters your apartment and no one has keys. So I said there are these maintenance people. So they can enter when we are not there. All those, each one of us are different, so we don't allow anyone to do any maintenance. But this complaint about become an issue. And we do not know what her is. I really do not know whom to complain. Speak out to housing authority, director of public housing, and he mentioned, no, the lady in front of us with the dog, puppy, she has complained. I haven't complained. Because I think I am very strict and I speak up, people are a little bit afraid. Is that the last couple of days that I have been with her differently. I really do not know where only which location she lives, but I haven't. She lives our residents, senior living, not section 8. And who will we go to?
So you say other people have had a problem of people coming into the apartment?
People fear somebody entering and eating food because even my neighbor, like when I go out, I'll just put in a sticky note. It's supposed to enter for any maintenance work, unless we allow you to. Like the other lady, my neighbor, like if we are at B, on this side, you're not supposed to enter unless it's an absolute necessity. Please give us a call. So we do see those notes.
People are entering the apartments and eating food.
Taking the food or anything they what they do. Exactly.
Have you been to the police? She has called police.
Know about?
Yes,
The
person.
thing? Why you can't come in and nobody has, except for maintenance person. So if you need maintenance work, you would fill out a form would be that you need maintenance work and then you contact they will notify you that maintenance is coming on a certain time, certain day, and you be ready for it. This business about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or whatever, late at night, that's something else that you should.
The most important. The windows are not holding. Then I have to get driver license. If the window doesn't work, I go to the shop and it costs 1,700, and I said, okay. Car dealer said one of the, I know him, said to give me a new car, and then take the old car, and my one of my daughter Switzerland send us money for him. Okay. I got a level 15, and my daughter sent the money for him, and I got a black card, and I brought to my parking lot in front of my home, my apartment. Guess what? From the first time, a lot of people, girls and boys, fighting, and this they are fighting. They think something to each other. Okay. And my heart is, and then, I'm sorry.
You're talking about a lot of different things.
Yeah. Very
Call the lady, you need to get the police involved.
Yeah, yeah.
If I could interrupt 1 second, because of her language issues. She did mention, that's why I brought her. She doesn't have a car because a couple of months ago, I'm noticing she had quite a pretty much new car, much newer than mine. She used to clean early morning, and I'm seeing car is not there. Now, I don't remember which car. So suddenly I bumped into her the other day. She was putting trash, and I said, "How are you?" And she mentioned these are the things. My car is now, they are saying some $392 some dollars. I got it repaired. But my sister-in-law took it. Now it is crossing certain limit. I did push her to find out how much. She has complained to the police. They did come in, and I did mention that can you call? She doesn't have the paperwork, but I said you could still call the Maryland Heights police and ask them which other times that you called and they came and couldn't do anything. It is a problem getting. This wasn't the case even.
Are they
15 years ago.
vandalizing the car?
My car too. Yes.
But again, that's, county commission can't do the police work.
Again, very good for you. My new car, I said Chevy Malibu, okay? 15, year 15, okay? The same, they solved a problem for me. One crazy lady on this side, several men in one apartment. They both sides, and some people hurting me all the time. I didn't sleep, just wash my car because they stole the key from my home. They keep my car and make a copy of that all the time, turning on, turning off, turning on, and cause the battery of my car die. And I called it the shop. They came, they brought the car, took my car to the shop, and cost for me $250. And said less than 1 week, again, my car stopped. And I was she going to come.
Somebody just put a shout about sending an email.
No, that's something else. That's,
Devin's asking me a question.
Don't let she go and complain if the housing authority is also not listening to us. Even I have the same issue because my car was damaged and
the housing authority, I mean, can't do anything about car damage unless it's one of their employees that's doing it. Otherwise,
Do you know,
it's
for
the
many
police.
years, I'm sorry.
It's the
Vivi,
police.
I'm sorry. Many years I'm in the United States. I was downtown, I was Oakland, Olive Road. I was with my daughter, and I had this kind of problem. And
Your private car, like we said, is not nothing to do with housing authority. If, like Cheryl said, if it's a staff of housing authority that's doing damage or hurting you, you need to report that to the housing authority. And
You
you
don't have any
said,
proof, but you don't know who's doing it, right?
So again, the problem is that the person hiding herself from her or his apartment, playing with my
Stealing,
my keys, basically.
making it, they enter her apartment, make a double duplicate, and her apartment faces the parking lot. So she knows, she can see that the keys are with her, and somebody's turning it on and off from their apartment, so she again puts it off, then they turn it on. So this, and when you're mentioning, Linda, to complain to housing authority, yes, I have. My car has been bumped very badly in the back, and housing authority, quite contrary to what you're saying, put the blame on me and saying, take it to the, what's it called, take it to the court, because I didn't want to go talk to my insurance agent, because he said, you need to just ask them. They refused, and when I took them to court, because housing, this is basically not their staff, but they do have this distribution of food. Somebody came in from food bank and they hit my car. I'll say, we live in the back, they just bump into it, they just go, and when I complained, I took them to court. Well, what happens? As you can imagine, the
it
attorney,
sounds like you got some people who want to get away with stuff. And if it's not to deal with your housing authority's property, which would be the apartments, but your car is something, we've repeated this before, that is something that is between the police and your insurance agent and trying to catch the person that's doing this. If they're
even
not,
if it isn't their property, even
Yeah,
if
they
it's
don't have any control. I mean, if a food truck, if I come into that parking lot and I hit your car, that's on me. That's between you and me. It has nothing to do with the housing authority. They have no control over me as a visitor.
yeah, but it is one of their contracting staff members. And that staff member, the minute I complained, they got rid of that staff member.
Well,
But
I
you
thought you
got
said it was a
enough
food
food.
truck, that it was from
Food truck, but the food truck is the contract with housing authority. Truck it cannot come in unless they have a contract. And I did take the receipt of the driver who came and dropped off the food. And guess what? When I complained to housing authority and it went to food bank, I also directly myself contacted food bank CEO. And guess what they did? The very next week, it's gone. He is no longer there. He was
is this food truck from a food bank? Need to do business with the food bank
I
and
have
say
done-
your driver
I have
is.
done so. So what they did was obviously they'll have an attorney. And guess what the attorney did? She we went to the court, but she obviously, I don't have an attorney myself. So what did she do? She said, well, be thrown out. But I already found out that there is a conflict of interest because she is already not a lawyer for a company, for a law firm, but she also is on the board of that same food bank. So this is how the deception goes on, and those who do not have the ability to bring forth a lawsuit or cannot have an attorney, they are just screwed. They're just screwed.
Yeah, after that, less than 1 week, again, they play with my car. And the battery again died. I called the other shop that my brother was alive and took my car to do that shop. I called them, they came and picked up my car, and 3 days my car was in the shop, the other shop, cost for me $392.85. I called my sister-in-law, Linda. I said, Linda, please go get my car. I cannot bring it here. Again, cause problem. She went to the shop and took my car to her garage, home garage. O'Fallon is very far from my home, and I don't have car. I cannot go to the doctor. I cannot go for shopping. I cannot do anything because the people around me, all of them crazy. One day,
I went because they want us go to the office for something. I don't remember that.
That is beyond our authority as county commission. It's beyond our authority. And I'm sorry that you're having a lot of issues with this. And it sounds, and this location is Maryland Heights. Do the local people in Maryland Heights, they have a council too. You know, they have their own municipal council. Are they aware of the issue that's happened on this property? And also, you told me the police is involved and that the housing authority is involved. As a county commission, we have no authority over that. So I'm sorry, it's something you're gonna have.
It seems
county council.
nobody is responsible. I went to the office. And suddenly, what's the name of
Really, this, ever since,
this, what was the manager of the head? Linda. Linda said, you didn't pay 3 months of your rent. As soon as I receive, sometimes before the first of the new month, I always send the rent.
Sounds like you need an advocate who can advocate for you, and you're over 65.
Linda, this is Sue. Maybe she should get in touch with Protection Advocacy Services.
Area agency based.
Sue is trying to talk. Sue is trying to say something.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just saying with all the issues that this woman is trying to go through, maybe Protection Advocacy Services would help.
Missouri Protection and Advocacy is Sue, is that what you're meaning?
Yeah.
I wonder about the, Missouri Human Rights Commission with this, no?
no, and
how, not have anything, no?
I think
No,
the area.
HUD only deals with discrimination due to race, sex, or religion, or, disability, something like that.
This, all it
This
takes,
is,
it's since 2018.
Sarah's wanting to say something.
Yes.
Sarah's trying to say something.
what about Legal Services of Eastern Missouri? They have a housing law program. I'm wondering, and they can help with landlord-tenant issues.
You can try. I don't know really. I mean, it's worth a call, but I would be surprised if they could help.
So the closest would be,
Have you contacted the area agency of agent of Metro East? They may assign you an advocate to work your issues out, because it's about your apartment and it's about your house, your home. So it sounds like Metro area agency of agent might be a source to you. They might have an advocate or a case manager that can help you this. And what is your name? And maybe ask somebody who can speak her native language so she will understand.
did you get that? Pick someone to advocate for you in your language in Farsi. She is originally from Iran, so.
Yes, but you didn't understand me when I.
No,
sorry,
She did understand you, don't get her wrong. She's saying for the fluency, so that the other person, you can speak to the interpreter Farsi, and then they would be able to help you much better. That's what her.
Better understanding.
Yeah.
Better understanding. Having a area agency of agent. They be able to contact someone who can be her interpreter as she is trying to communicate what her issues are. And they either call them advocates or case managers. You know, that's,
Really, really, they make my life miserable. I'm not secure on the night, not secure on during the day, and I cannot go shopping. I can ask my sister-in-law, please take me to the shop. Please take me to the doctor. I said to you, I went to the office. 3 months, they said I didn't pay. I sent to them, and they think about it. If somebody 5 days make late to pay rent,
no, right now, I have to adjourn the meeting because we have told you the sources right now, and I don't think we can help you. So check out the area agency agent. She has to leave, and I have to leave, so.
Excuse me, Linda, this
I have
is
to say,
Sarah.
I think Sarah was.
May I just say one quick thing?
Something to say. Go ahead, Sarah.
The Area Agency on Aging organization that serves St. Louis County residents is called Aging Ahead. Just wanted to let you know that.
One voice.
She's the consumer. I think she's the Missouri Protection.
I don't know. I have to right now. Thank you for coming. I am calling to adjourn the meeting once you and March. Thank you.
Agency on Aging.
Linda. It's called Aging Ahead, though, she said.
It was Aging Ahead.
Yes, it's called Aging Ahead.
All right, thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, sure.
Aging Ahead. I think I will, but I will give it to you from Aging Ahead. We're gonna tell him. It's the first. Missouri Protection and Advocacy. That's why I have been to you here. Thank you. Yeah, sure, to help you. It's obviously here. I'm sorry, I just stayed out of here. Okay, are we adjourned?
I'm adjourned.
Okay. See you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you.